Yes. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel, which is Alpha of Radio Rocks. My name is EDYGRIM the Rock DJ kama kawaida. How are you enjoying quarantine? Have you lost your mind? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a fun time in solidarity, without any social interaction? I hope you're having a great day. And today I am going to be answering the question that most of you have been googling to the point that you nearly broke the internet, I wish you were. But a lot of people have asked me this question, and I thought it would be worthwhile to answer it in a video, and also give you some story time, because while we are indoors a lot, I know some of you are consuming a lot of content online. So I was like, hey, let me just keep throwing my stories in there, because I know most of you enjoyed my how I got banned from Capital FM story, and the one about destroying equipment and blah 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 blah. So I was like, let me throw this one inside, because a lot of people also have been asking me about this. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. As most of you know, my memory is pretty wide. So I'm going to be telling you a story that started as far back as 2011. Yes. The idea of DJing has consumed my life for nearly a decade. I started professionally DJing in 2014. Yeah, I started professionally DJing in 2014, but the idea of DJing started exactly in 2011. Yeah, and that was right after I finished high school. So yes, if you're wondering my age, you can calculate. You can calculate and be able to know if I finished high school in 2011, how old I am right now. All right. So the first part is that right after I finished high school, my mom bought a laptop, and that laptop was meant to be for the whole house. But of course, because I am the idle one at that time, I was like, well, this laptop is mine. Yeah, this laptop is mine now. Yeah, it's meant to be for the house and people to use it in the house, but I was like, well, this is mine now, and it's going to be for what I want it to be. And at the time, of course, it was empty. It only had Windows, so I was like, let's go and put a lot of software into this laptop. So next door from my house was my next door neighbor, a guy, let me call him Mr. G. Yeah, Mr. G. He's like my long-time childhood friend, and he's also like a tech guru. Those guys who open laptops, wanafungua mpaka ndani, they install softwares, they know how to hack things. Yeah, he's that kind of guy. Yeah, chokora too. So I took my laptop to him, and I told him, dude, this thing is empty, so you put for me a bunch of games and a bunch of software. And he was like, don't worry, I got you. Yeah. He put a bunch of software, and then the first software that he put, this might help you if you're a new DJ or you want to start DJing when the COFVV ends. Yeah. So he put for me virtual DJ in my computer. Yeah, and I remember at the time I had never used virtual DJ. I'd never seen it. I'd only heard of it, and I was like, well, I'd like to know what it's all about. So I told him, how does this work? And then this is what he does. So Mr. G does not listen to rock, he listens to dancehall. Yeah, most of my friends do, but they're also very supportive. They come to some of my rock gigs. Yeah, but back then I was not even a DJ. But anyway, this guy was listening to dancehall, so he loaded a dancehall song onto virtual DJ, and then there are a bunch of effects. Have you ever used virtual DJ? Please comment. Yeah, if you've ever used virtual DJ, please comment. And if virtual DJ has ever given you the idea of maybe becoming a DJ, please comment. I'd really like to know. Yeah, because this is where the idea of DJing for me started. There are a bunch of effects on virtual DJ if you've never used it. Yeah, they're supposed to be like DJ effects for when you're mixing. And then I remember there's this thing he did where he played the song randomly, and then he was just putting in a bunch of effects to show me how it works. And then he played the siren effect, and I remember something happened in my head. It's like it was this opening of like a bulb, like the in cartoon, like ding, like a bulb went on, and I had this idea, and that's when I started to understand. So the first thing that happened in my head was that I understood, or I had an idea of what DJing was all about, and I understood that DJing is about mixing sounds to create new sounds. At least for me, it was about mixing sounds, mixing different sounds. You take sound A and sound B, you blend them together and it creates sound C. So I was like, okay, now that I have a rough idea how this works, and I remember the way he played the siren effect and he played this dancehall effect, zilingena vizuri. They just went so well together. So what I did was, after he had put all the software in my laptop, of course, I went back to the house and then I just began experimenting with whatever I could experiment and just trying out to use virtual DJ. And then I remember that virtual DJ software, I think it was virtual DJ, I don't remember, I think it was virtual DJ, I don't remember, like virtual DJ 3, I don't know. It was like a very old version of virtual DJ. It came with a manual, it came with a manual, and then the manual was telling you not how to even use virtual DJ, but it was also telling you how to use an actual deck. It was telling you that to make a scratch, because I didn't even know how scratching worked. It was telling me to take a beat back and forth. Of course there was no drawing or illustration, but it was telling you take the beat back and forth and then cut it using a crossfader, using the crossfader. So for those of you who are not familiar with DJ equipment, I did a video called how I destroyed 160,000 worth of DJ equipment. I'll leave the link to pop up right here. You can go watch that video after you're done with this one, or I'll leave it at the end screen and you can check it out if you've never checked it out. I explained what comprises of a DJ deck, which is there's deck 1, there's player 1, player 2, and then in the middle there's a mixer, and that mixer has something called a crossfader, which allows you to, when you're mixing songs, it allows you to blend song A from deck A to mix in with song B of deck B. It's better explained in that video. Right now I'm just glossing over. So the manual would tell you you would have to take the beat back and forth and then cut it using the crossfader, and I was like, how do I do this when I'm using a mouse? Because at that time I didn't understand that I was being given instructions on how to do it on an actual DJ deck. So mimi niko hapo na mouse nafanya and then I'm trying at it to scratch with, and of course you're using a mouse pad and you're using another the other mouse, so you're like and you're pretending to DJ, but it was actually pointing me in the right direction. And then I remember I had Ampex Studios and Nyumba. I would connect, and Ampex Studios ni kama zile za campo, I would connect, and then I'd be like, najichocha too that I'm learning how to DJ. So the first part was getting the software, the second part was experimenting. The third part of the story is, I remember back then Mixcrate was a thing. Mixcrate was still active, and then that's when I discovered that Kenya has rock DJs. At that time I was not even gunning to be an actual rock DJ. I just knew that I liked rock and that I was thinking of learning how to DJ rock. So there were a bunch of other rock DJs out there, but I didn't have access to many of them. And then of course there were all the other famous DJs, the DJ Kalonjes, K-Trix, John Farmer, DJ Andy, all those DJs, all the mixes on Mixcrate. I downloaded all of them. Anything I could get my hands on, I just downloaded. Yes, before I learned how to DJ rock, I had to start by learning how to DJ everything else. So I started listening to even reggae mixes at DJ Kalonje, and I would start to understand how songs blend into each other. When this song reaches here, how does it transition into the other? How does he put effect here so that etc, how to create intros for a mix and stuff like that. I learned by listening to other DJs. In fact, at the time, I remember now, like somewhere in 2012, late 2011, early 2012, I was in the double intake program for KU, for Kenyatta University. So I entered campus 2011 around September. I remember that time I had downloaded this DJ Kalonje mix, reggae. Back then I was not right now listening to reggae is very hard for me because I'm like a die-hard rockhead Ilembaya, but back then I was a bit more fluid in my music taste, and I was very strong. I was very open. I was very open to listening to other genres as long as it allowed me to understand rock music and how to blend rock music, or how to DJ. I would listen to anything, other mixes, proteges, rocks, EDM. I would listen to everything as long as it helps me understand. As long as it helps me to understand how to blend songs. Yeah, speaking of DJ Protege, I remember DJ Protege was the very first time. I remember the very first time I ever saw a DJ deck was with DJ Protege. I met him at Taskies pale Rongai. Yeah, mimi ni mkazi wa Rongai for those of you who do not know. I met him at Taskies in Rongai, and he was doing like I think what is it called? He was doing like what's the word? He was doing like there's a certain word they use in radio when a DJ goes out to the field to promote a product. Let's just call it what is it called? An ignition. There's a certain word that let's just call it a promotion. He was doing like a promotion for Airtel at the time, and I remember that's the first time I ever saw a deck and the whole DJ setup and stuff like that. But I fast forwarded into the story kidog. Let me go back. So I began listening to mixes of all types as long as they would help me learn how to DJ or learn to DJ. And then Simi nikaanza. Now I was like, now that I have understood how to listen, how content is being blended, how songs are being blended in this genre, I was like, let me try now with rock. Yeah, so I went and downloaded all the other mixes for the other popular DJs. Warok, Akina DJ Ben, DJ Godo, the Rock Guru, who was Hugh Skills, even K-Trix back then had rock mixes, so I tried listening to those as well. Anything that was rock related, rock mixes, I would try to listen. So now what I was doing in my head is I was trying to combine these two styles. Yeah, I was trying to combine what I had heard in like DJ Kalonji mixes and then trying to use them to mix rock. Yeah, and of course it was horrible. Of course it was horrible because the mixes would come out fragant. Of course I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I was just experimenting, trying out different styles so that I can see what works and what doesn't. So I remember at the time I would hear rock DJs. I remember I joined Facebook 2011, 2012. So I had friended some rock, people, and I remember I kept hearing them say, "Oh, there are no rock DJs who know like how to really mix rock really well." So I was like, challenge accepted. Yeah, I'm hearing people say this at a time that I myself am experimenting and trying to learn how to mix rock. Yeah, so I was like, my mixes for back then were just a mess. Yeah, my mixes for back then were just a mess because I didn't know what I was doing back then. Yeah, and so I remember I would try taking dancehall beats and then mixing them in with rock, and then sometimes even it was a mess though. Yeah, even taking songs that I would never take today and try and mix them. I would take something like Daughtry and then mix it with Bullet for My Valentine and then do a crazy backspin, add some weird effects. If you have virtual DJ, it was G flanger. Yeah, you would take a flanger and then and try and mix it up, and then I would put in something like Coldplay after I put Bullet for My Valentine, something that I would not do right now. Yeah. So as I tried perfecting my style back then, I tried coming up with DJ names, and EDYGRIM was not my first DJ name. I used to have other weird names before I tried calling myself. Of course, officially when I started rock DJing, I was EDYGRIM, but right before I started rock DJing, I had another name. I had a bunch of other weird names. So the first DJ name I ever tried out for myself was I am not proud of this name. So Sinchekele in the comments. Yeah, Sinchekele in the comments. I used to call myself DJ Enright. Yeah, it's not a work name. DJ Enright. The name Enright came from the initials of my name, which was ENWRYT. Yeah, it was just some letters picked from my name, and then I formed DJ Enright, which of course that was a work name. And then after that, I tried DJ Double D, of course, because of Eden Nedi. DJ Double D, of course, that one I saw was not going to be easy to pull off because anyone can call themselves DJ Double D out there. Yeah. And then the last one that I tried out was DJ Sleeves. Yeah, I used to call myself DJ Sleeves. I used to mark my mixtapes as DJ Sleeves because back then I was very much into wearing long sleeve. I was very much into wearing long sleeved t-shirts. So if you ever see a mix of DJ Sleeves out there, please usicheke. It was like one of my very first. Imagine there was a time I remember that time XFM, was a popular station. It was still upcoming. I remember there was a time. So for those of you who do not know, I studied psychology in campus. And so I was studying psychology because I wanted to understand marketing. I wanted to understand the psychology behind why people buy things, and also human interaction, and just how to be able to vibe someone who you do not know into buying you. Yeah, packaging. There's a lot of psychology that goes into marketing, packaging, presenting yourself to someone who's never known your brand from the beginning. Yeah, so I wanted that's why I actually signed up to do psychology in campus. Yeah, and then I remember there's this time I have a friend called Caris. Called Caris. Back then also Caris was also trying out this whole DJ thing, and he used Nero video editor. Nero is the software for burning discs. Yeah, so Nero, I remember he used Nero to make a video mix. And then once I saw Caris was doing that with Nero, I also attempted the same thing. And then once I recorded it, I tried now selling it. Yeah, it was like I was a very experimental dude back then. I remember I burnt the mix on a disc, and then I actually went to the road. Up Rongai, and then I saw this chick, and she was in a hood, and she had earphones on, and just from the way she was dressed, I could tell this is a rocket. I walked up to her and I was like, "Hi. I can see from the way you're wearing your hood and your earphones, are you listening to rock?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm even listening to XFM right now." And I was like, "Unaona psychology." Yeah, it's like unaona psychology. So I told her, "Hey, I'm a new upcoming rock DJ, and I have this video mix. Would you like to buy it?" And she was like, "If you can show me it has stuff, it has content on the disc, I'll buy." And I had my laptop, so we went somewhere, sat down, I showed her the contents of the mix, and she bought it. And that mix has DJ sleeves. It's not EDYGRIM, it's DJ sleeves. So if you ever see a video mix, yeah, DJ sleeves, you're mimi, yeah? Guilty. So back to what I was saying. Actually, I tried out so many things, but I remember virtual DJ is the one thing that I really tried mastering. And once I mastered it well, I opened up a Mixcrate account. I have a friend called DJ Cav, QHAV. So now I'm going to tell you about the DJs who influenced me into becoming a DJ, and then later on a rock DJ. DJ Cav, DJ Cav. QHAV is a very good DJ, very talented. I remember I used to listen to his mixes and I was blown away by just how good he was. But I think DJ Cav had gone to, I think DJ Cav taught himself. I don't think he went to school. I think he taught himself, and I was blown away that someone could be that good and be self-taught. Yeah. Anyway, he told me about Mixcrate. He was like, "Oh, kuna hii site inaitwa Mixcrate, I usually upload all my mixes there." And I was like, "Cool, I'll go open my own and also upload mixes there." Alright, so for those of you who saw my Mixcrate account, it was because of that DJ called DJ Cav. I didn't know about Mixcrate until he told me. So yeah, for those of you who started following me on Mixcrate, asante sana for following me from back then in like 2011, 2012 until now. Yes, so thank you so much for all your support. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel so that you can support me and help me create more awesome videos for you guys. And also please remember to like this video, and if possible also please share on the social media so that other people can see this story and also see these videos. All right, so yeah, so I began uploading mixes. I remember there was this one mix called Rock Mix 3. Yeah, Rock Mix 3. It was like perfect. I could not even believe that I could blend something like that, and it started. I managed to blend something so well using virtual DJ, and it came out so well. Yeah, I was so shocked. All right, so now that I have mastered virtual DJ, now to the next level. Yeah, now I wanted to know how to play on decks. So what happened is there was this place I used to go to buy movies. Yeah, it was called JB Links up Rongai, and there was a guy there who was selling movies, who was also a professional DJ. His name is Maish. Yeah, if you ever hear of a DJ MV, yeah, he's like the very first guy to ever like help me learn how to be a pro DJ. So DJ MV, or let me just call him Maish, Minor. Yeah, so Maish Kevin. His name was Maish. Yeah, tulikuwa namuita Maish ama Kevo. Let me just call him DJ Envy. So DJ Envy used to sell at JB Links Upper Rongai, and then I used to find him whenever I would go there to buy a movie. I would find him using virtual DJ. So yes, I would go to JB Links and then I would find him using virtual DJ. And then one day he tells me that hey, say me, I'm a DJ. And I was like, sure, bro. Yeah. Everyone with virtual DJ nowadays is a DJ. And he was like, no. Like seriously, I am a DJ. I even play on Homeboys, and I actually play up a legend. Yeah. So I was like, really? Are you sure? And I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, ati unachezanga Legend nini? So for those of you who do not know, here in Rongai we have Legend. Yeah, it's not active right now because of the Rona, yeah, the Rona virus. But back in the day, kama wewe ni mkazi wa Rongai, you probably know where I'm describing Club Legend hapa. And I'm talking about the one that is there right now is the new Club Legend. The new Club Legend is made of, it has a lot of glass walls and stuff like that. There's another old school Club Legend which used to look like a tree house. It used to have like a lot of wood structures instead of glass. The one that is there right now is pretty polished. So me, I'm talking about old school Club Legend back in 2011, 2012, uko 2013, yeah. Uko in 2013. So Kevo tells me come through and watch me play, and I was like, cool, man. And I think he invited me for like a sato or something. That's I mean that was like the most logical time to go, because back then I was not into clubbing. Back when I was in high school, maybe I'll do this story one day. Back when I was in high school, I was a bookworm. Yeah, I was a bookworm. Underline the word bookworm. If you go check in the dictionary the word bookworm, my name is there. Yeah, I was a bookworm, very antisocial, very anti-exercise, anti-gym. So the fact that right now I stand in front of people and I play music, there is like a complete 180. Some people can't believe that I'm the same person. Yeah, so back then I was not even also into clubbing, so I knew that the only time that I could actually go was on a Saturday. So one Saturday I go to Club Legend Ongatorongai, and who do I find? I find Kevo there, DJ MV. Just it's MV, by the EMVY. You can search him up anywhere on social, you'll find him. Yeah, he's like a very cool guy, very talented DJ, mostly into like hip hop, and also he does EDM, so you can check him out. So Kevo was friends with a guy called Jemo, yeah, DJ Jemo or DJ Matt. He calls himself DJ Matt or DJ Jemo, depending how close you know him. So Jemo and MB were the guys who taught me how to play kwa club. So you see that's another thing. Maybe if you're a young DJ and you don't want to spend money on going to DJ school, you could just befriend a DJ and let them show you. But for me, I was lucky that I met two guys who are really cool, and they were actually very talented, especially someone like Jemo. Wow. Jemo, I always say, you see these DJs who win Pilsner Mfalme, yeah? The ones who typically win are like underground DJs who you don't know. And there are other DJs out there who are very talented, who you'll never hear of, but they are very good in the club, yeah? They may not have a famous name like a DJ John Farmer, but I'm telling you, there are DJs out there who are like underground or in the club, they play very well, and Jemo is one of them. So I remember I used to go to, once I saw DJ MV play the first time. So MV, Kevo, Maish, and Jemo, these two, they were friends, and then they used to play in the club together. So like Jemo would play, you can't play the entire night from like 8 to morning, so they would change in between. So this Jemo, DJ Jemo guy, I'm still friends with him up to today. Yeah, that is how long we have known each other, and we are still friends. Yeah, he's a very talented DJ. This is what he used to do. I remember he used to these are technical terms, so I apologize in advance if I don't explain it well. But on a deck, there's something called there's a knob that allows you to change between channels. Channels are like the, how do you say, are like the modes you can put your deck so that it plays different outputs. Yeah, so you can turn the knob and then make it change between channels. And then this is what he used to do. He would play a song on one deck, and then on the other deck he would put the channel incorrectly so that it plays the Serato signal. So in a deck there's something called Serato signal, which allows your computer to be linked to your deck, and the computer to be linked to your mixer, to be linked to the DJ players. Yeah, it's all very technical, but let me explain what he would do. He would put the channel incorrectly so that you hear the Serato signal doing so it could do like a humming sound, and then what he would do is he would scratch that humming sound. So now like a song is playing, like it would play like "Don't go, I'm Deejaying," and the gang, and then now he'd be like it would be, he had some next level creativity. Yeah, and then him and DJ MV would have like this competition where they would turn their backs to the deck and then they would scratch with their hands, like with their hands behind their back. There were some really creative guys. Yeah, and most of my DJing lessons came just from me consistently going to Legend, sitting there and just asking. Yeah, I learned just by asking. Yes, this story is proof that if you have your mind set on something, you can very easily understand how to do it and achieve it if you have the determination and the patience and the consistency. Yeah, I would go there, like I stopped going there on Saturdays only, and then I would go like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I would go like sometimes even like daily, as long as it was open. Yeah, I would go, and then I would just stand there and be like, what is that? Why is that doing that? Why are those two lights blinking? And I remember that was like one of the most intriguing questions, because on a deck there were these two blinking lights. I was like, why are you blinking that? How do you blend two songs so that when one is played, how does it match up with the other? I learned all these things just by watching, asking, and being explained. Then at some point, once I got the courage, I started now going inside the DJ booth and looking at audiences, and then having I didn't have the courage yet. It took me like one whole year. It took me like the beginning of 2013 to the end of 2013 to have the courage to be able to stand up in front of people and even try and even mix even a little. And back then I was not mixing rock. I was mixing easy things like house, R&B, old school soul. So yes, I first learned how to DJ everything before I learned how to DJ rock. Yeah. Hey, those were good times in Legend, because I remember I used to go there when I was very broke. Of course, I was very broke, and then my DJ friends would buy snacks. I remember the only thing I could afford to buy was a samosa. I think samosas were like 30 bob, and then I was so broke and I couldn't even buy a drink. Sometimes I would. Nimetoka mbali boss. Sometimes I would go to the counter and then I would ask for ice cubes. Of course, if you ask for ice cubes, the bartender assumes that you have a drink already. But no, I didn't have even money for a drink, so I would ask for ice cubes and then I would eat the ice cubes like a snack, because I would go to the club at 6, meaning that the entire night I didn't have dinner. I didn't eat dinner. And then I would remember having to walk back home, because I remember there was this one time, it was very funny. We came out of the club, so it was me, DJ MV, Jemo, and then there was a guy called DJ Kiptian. All these are guys who started in Rongai or were popular in Rongai. And then I remember this time we came out of the club, and then we were like, oh my god, it's tomorrow. Yeah, because it's tomorrow, because we tuliingia club jana na sasa tumetoka asubuhi leo. And there were times we'd come out of the club at 6 in the morning. And I remember there was time I would come out of the club at 4. Yeah, at 4. So for those of you who always wonder why I walk around without a jumper and I'm always like in a t-shirt and it's late out at night, it's because since 2012, 2013 I have been walking. Nilikuwa natoka club. I'm leaving the club at 4 and it's super cold. I'm talking, it's so cold you could feel like you have an icicle hapa kwa mapua. You feel like you have an icicle hapa kwa mapua. You're walking, so the club is on the main road and then my house is like vichochoro uko ndani. And this is back when even before ndudhis were even a popular means of transportation. Yeah, so I'd just be walking, then sometimes I'd even be walking with like a stick in case anyone chooses to harass me. And I as time went by, I became so used to just walking around in the dark, usiku, bila sweater. Yeah, and I'm sure if there's a mom watching this, she's like, how kupata homa kijana? And I'm like, yep, I just learned how to be in cold environments without having a sweater. So I played at Legend for a while, and then I remembered I wasn't playing rock. I was playing just regular stuff, and then I wasn't like a hired DJ. I was like an intern. Let's say like an intern. I would be allowed a few minutes to play Nijibambe, especially when the club was coming to a close. even if you mess up, nobody really bothered because you were closing down. Yeah, especially around 4 5 a.m. in the morning. Club inafungwa, so the club is being closed, so you just play whatever na unajibamba, and then you just rock yourself. So I remember the first time I wanted to do a rock gig was a place called Club Titanium. Yeah, that club has changed names so many times. Iko hapa Masai Mall Rongai. It's closed right now. I remember it was called Club Titanium the first time I went there, and I tried getting a rock gig, which I actually got. I played rock once or twice, but of course ni Rongai, so everyone who walks in is like, hey Buddha, ebuto ikelele no tuweke hizo mangoma za bongo or whatever. They tell you to remove rock so that you play something else. And I was like, man, I'm so tired of coming to a club to do a rock night, and then people are telling me please change the music. And then it's like, as time went by, it's like God was just providing. It's like doors were just opening and me was just walking through. So I remember at that time, I had started a Mixcrate account, DJ Terms. Yeah, DJ Terms of Capital FM came along. So for those of you who do not know, DJ Terms was originally in Uganda. He's a Kenyan, but he was studying in Makerere. So I remember around the time that he was coming to Kenya, he found my mixes on Mixcrate where I had been uploading, and he really liked them. Back then I was uploading hip-hop mixes and rock mixes, and then as time went by, I became better in mixing rock, so I just decided to stick to rock. And then that's when, at the time, I remember, right in 2014, that's when I chose the name EDYGRIM. EDYGRIM, which came about as a result of, well, number one, there was that series called Grim. I was really into it at the time. And then number two, I also used to have this like Kiman beach face. Yeah, it was like, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I used to have like a expression on my face like that. And people used to ask me, why are you so upset all the time? And I was like, I'm not. This is my happy face. Yeah, this is my happy face. Back then I was not EDYGRIM. I did not used to smile all the time. So yeah, I used to have a very grim expression on my face. And then also there's the whole Grim Reaper thing. Grim Reaper is because it's sort of dark, and it has like a gothic sort of thing, which goes very well with rock. And then the other reason why I called myself EDYGRIM the Grim Reaper is because back then I was very skinny. Yeah, back then I was very skinny. And so because Grim Reaper is a skeleton, I was like, it goes well. Then also there was the other idea behind EDYGRIM the Grim Reaper. So Eddie is my first name, and then Grim, Grim comes from Grim Reaper. The other idea was that people would say the DJ is killing it on the deck, so I was like, killing it and Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper is like omen or god of death, so I was like, it goes hand in hand. So the day that I knew that I have officially stamped that my name is going to be EDYGRIM is the day that I told Maish or DJ MV, dude, since you work in Homeboys, why don't you get someone to do a DJ drop for me? A DJ drop is the voiceover that says your name in the mix. because even DJ Envy himself, he had his own. So I was like, dude, why don't you get me my own? And he was like, yeah, I know someone in Homeboys who can help you. So, you know, sure, if you're willing to pay a certain amount of money for my services, yeah, I can be able also to pay those guys. Okay, the cash wasn't really meant for him, it was to pay the person who would record the voice, because at the time nobody even knew me. Yeah, I remember I was on the phone with DJ. He asked me that over the phone. He asked me, do you want your name to be EDYGRIM? Do you want the voiceover to say EDYGRIM? I mean, do you want the DJ drop to say EDYGRIM? And then I remember hesitating. And I told him, yeah, I'll go with EDYGRIM. That's going to be my official name, yeah. And that's how I started using EDYGRIM. This was in 2014, like somewhere around maybe January or February or March, before I joined Capital FM, yeah, which I joined Capital FM in September 2014. So for those of you who are young DJs and looking maybe to learn DJing, the takeaway from this video, if you're a young DJ looking to learn DJing and you don't have money for DJ school, is that number one, get virtual DJ. That really helps you experiment and know if DJing is for you. Virtual DJ is like half of actual DJing. Once you've mastered virtual DJ, you can easily master what's on a deck, at least the basics, before you become as complex as someone like John Palmer with all his scratches, and at least the basics you can learn with virtual DJ. Number two, it's good to have your own laptop or have your own equipment. Yeah, it will really help you grow as a DJ, because as you know, most of the stories that I have told on YouTube about my mess ups on radio were because I didn't have my own decks. Yeah, so if you can manage to get a deck, or at least get your own laptop, that would be awesome. And then number three would be listen to other DJs and, you know, listen to their mixes, and then it can allow you to, you know, gain some nuggets of how to DJ well, and, you know, just ideas on how to create your own sound, because what builds a brand, how to move from being just a DJ to having a big brand like K-Trix or John Farmer, is having your own sound and your own way of doing things. Yeah, then also it's very good to work with other DJs. Also, dedication is a good thing. Be patient with yourself. This doesn't just apply to DJing but also to other projects in life. And then lastly, I think I would say that time, consistency. Even me, I try to be very consistent on YouTube. And it's slowly over time that you manage to grow to become something that a lot of people can manage to, you know, enjoy and depend on you when it comes to, you know, content. Yeah, like the way I have become. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video this far. Typically I shoot my videos in like one long frame, but I'm having a lot of distractions in the background, so that's why there are a lot of cuts. But I hope at least today my lighting is better than usual. Alright, thank you so much for watching this far. If there are any questions regarding my story or anything that you'd really like to know, please leave them in the comment section below. And of course, remember to like this video, share if you can, and subscribe if you're new here. Alright, you take care and God bless.